What is up guys, it's your boy Swole. I'm here back with another classic WoW video, and this video will kind of touch on every single aspect of WoW, but it's way more of a problem in classic WoW. We are talking about botting once again, and it's a topic that I've been talking quite a bit about recently, and today we're doing so through a different angle than what I have been talking about before. Now, I know, and I think most people do know, that botting is a problem in classic WoW, and it has been since classic WoW came out, even before that as well. Botting has and always will be a problem, and a lot of the blame for botting can be put onto a lot of different people. Like, first of all, one side of the problem here is the botters themselves. They are the ones breaking terms of service, right? Another reason is that Blizzard is not really banning them as effectively as they can, so you can either blame the botters for actually botting, you can blame Blizzard for not dealing with it, and then a lot of people also blame people for buying gold and selling gold as well. Like, specifically buying gold, because the ones selling are the ones operating the bots, right? But if nobody bought the gold, then nobody would be botting. So some people are blaming people that are buying gold, other people blame Blizzard, and some people blame the botters. That being said, one final kind of person or a final fourth party that is to blame when it comes to botting and why botting actually exists is the actual player base. And what I mean by this is that I see a lot of comments from people that are not even just like negative, or like they don't care about bots, they love bots. Like, I see so many comments, and I've been making botting videos, like the bad parts about botting, since 2019. I've seen this comment ever since then as well. Like, every time I talk about botting, there's 1 or 2 or even 10 people writing a comment like this. So to give you an exact example of what I mean here, we have this comment right here on a recent video of mine that touched on the topic of botting and why botting is ruining the economy. Over here, this guy says, "If it wasn't for bots, I would not play the game. Thank you, bots, for creating a good economy and for allowing people who don't have that much time to be able to play the game. Y'all try to hijack the auction house and then cry when you can't. LOL. World of Warcraft would be dead without bots." So this is a person who is genuinely thankful for bots being in the game because it gives him cheap items, cheap materials to skill up professions, cheap materials for consumables, and cheap consumables as well for raiding, for example. It just brings the prices down, right? That is one of the things that the bots are doing here. They bring the prices down because they are artificially farming something that a real person doesn't have to put in his time for. And I get it. Like, in classic WoW, we have a lot of dad gamers that don't have that much time to play. A lot of people now have been playing this game since it came out, myself included, but I was very young back then, so I still don't have like a family, not a dad just yet. But a lot of people are, and have jobs, have families, and can't play this game for like 8 or 10 or 12 hours per day, right? In that case, they just want to play the game and not farm materials, and they think that botting, I say they here, not everyone of course, but a massive majority of the people writing comments like this, it's people that don't have that much time to play, and they just want to log in, play the game, and just, for example, raid log, raiding, whatever you want to do in the game, you want to do that. You don't want to farm, and it kind of goes against what classic WoW is. Like, classic WoW takes time, and you are supposed to go out in the open world and just experience things and find materials. There's a reason why Black Lotus, for example, is as scarce as it is and used in making flasks. Now, the thing is, I want to point out this comment, but if you go through my channel and go through my botting videos that I've made the last 4 or 5 or 6 years, you will see a lot of comments in this genre. It's not going to be like word for word this right here, but I've seen so many comments. I'm talking hundreds of comments across my videos from people that are genuinely thankful for botting and being a thing, and it seems like it's such a huge amount of the player base that are actually just not just allowing bots to exist, they are genuinely thankful for them, and they express their gratitude as well, which is kind of sad to see, because if every single player was negative towards the botting or negative towards the bots, it wouldn't really be that big of a problem, because that would signal to Blizzard that we don't like this, we want this to go away. When you have, let's just say, half the player base loves bots and half of them hates it, it gives Blizzard more of an incentive to do absolutely nothing, because no matter what they do, somebody gets upset. If they ban all of the bots, the people that are positive towards them, they get upset, and it's like a lose-lose situation to them. Now, I do want to point this out because I feel like people acting in this way and people that are genuinely gratitude, like genuinely thankful for the bot and expressing their gratitude in a positive manner for somebody breaking terms of service and botting and then selling gold, it is definitely contributing to why this is still a problem and why it has always been a problem. I also feel like with Blizzard not doing anything about botting since 2019, people have gradually gone towards this mindset. I feel like in 2019 as well, when I made botting videos, way more people were against botting, but gradually over time we just learned to accept them, because after 5 years of dealing with this problem, you kind of just get used to it, right? And you start, some people start thinking to themselves and justifying it to themselves, and over time just way more people allow botting to be a thing, and they start seeing the positive effects of botting as well, which is a part of the community that isn't really being highlighted at the moment. Now on the other side you also have, for example, Mad Skills. It's a content creator that I talked about before. He makes videos about botting on the hardcore server, and he has started a movement that is kind of the exact opposite of what I just talked about, because in that movement they are actively hunting down and killing bots on the hardcore server, and the people in those videos, they genuinely express how much they hate bots, and I just feel like I should highlight the other side as well, because not everyone is like that. A lot of people, and I do mean a lot because I've seen so many comments on my videos, they genuinely are happy for bots. And it's a major contributing part to why it's a problem. The player base being so used to bots being in the game and just learning to live with it. And some people could literally not play this game if bots weren't a thing. Now, all of this being said, I do feel like Blizzard are stepping up their handling of bots with the rise of botting content on YouTube, for example, and Mad Skills popping off as well, because they recently had a pretty huge ban wave on especially the PvE and PvP server, but I think on the hardcore server as well, where they did wipe out quite a few bots. That being said, I feel like the ban waves they have are way too infrequent. It's basically what it looks like right now is it's one pretty semi-decent ban wave every single month, when in my, like, for me, like, of course, it should happen way more often than just once per month. Once per week is also way too, like, not often enough, if you ask me, and it should happen on a bi-daily basis. So, like, it's not twice per day, but, like, every other day, just send out a ban wave, because they obviously have some filters that triggers here. When they do ban waves, for example, once per month, they're using certain filters, and those filters are getting triggered, which then triggers the ban wave, right? Just make those happen way more often. Instead of banning 100,000 accounts once per month, ban like 2,000 or 3,000 every single day or every other day. Just start banning them more frequently. Now, there's obviously a reason to why Blizzard doesn't do that as well, because they want these bots to pay them. They are making money from the bots. Like, sure, you can argue in way many different ways that the bots are using stolen credit cards, they're paying in like a lower country where the prices are lower for the monthly sub. Either way, they do need to have a subscription, right? And Blizzard does make money from bots, and in this case, they are heavily incentivized to make sure that the bots actually generate a profit, because if the bots are profiting and the Blizzard bans them after they profit, then number one, the bot made profit, so he comes back, and number two, Blizzard can say, but we banned him eventually. So it's a win-win. They make more money, and they look like they're doing something. But yeah, botting is a huge problem in the game right now, and I feel like the community being so accepting of bot is just as big of a problem, to be honest. And yeah, just gradually over time, more and more people have gotten more positive towards bots, and I absolutely hate that. I hate to see that players are so okay with bots taking over their game. Now, if you want to make more gold in a more legitimate way than botting, then check out my gold making guide for these fresh servers, or Classic WoW in general, where I will teach you all about farming gold, making gold, professions, crafting for gold, and investing as well. It's all in a over 100-page document, and you also get access to a gold making Discord server where you can ask anyone questions, myself included. You also get early access to content and some exclusive content as well. It's a great way to learn more about gold making legitimately and support me at the same time. You can check it out through the link down below in the pinned comment. Either way, that's basically what I have for you today. Just one more video about botting in kind of a different way and talking about a different side of the community when it comes to botting. So if you enjoyed the video, leave a like down below and let me know your stance on botting in the comments. I would love to hear some comments on this. So once again, thank you so much, and I'll see you again in the next video very soon.